Starting Tadasana Mountain Pose, big toes touch, heels slightly apart, arms by your side, palms face forward. When you're ready, right leg goes high. We're going to try to bounce on the left leg. See if you can reach down, tap the floor with the right fingertip, then come back to standing tall. Right leg is high. We're going to try to tap the floor a little bit further now, again with the pointer finger of the right hand. So see if you can lean forward, reach even further, then bring that right knee high once again. Last time, reach as far as you can. Really bend the left leg, reach. Counterbalance by sending the right leg back. Tap the floor as far as front of you as you can. Come back to standing tall. And then when you're ready, we're going to simply step the right foot back for pyramid pose. All right, see if you can set up the hips. We're going to take some type of a bind in the back. You can grab wrist, elbows, forearms, maybe reverse prayer. First inhale, lead forward with the chest. See if you can forward fold. When you cannot keep the back straight, then see if you can round down, tuck the chin. Forehead approaches near shin. 3 to 5 breaths here in pyramid pose. Try to relax that left hamstring over time with every breath. See if we take another long inhale and exhale here in pyramid pose. Trying to really open up that left hamstring. See if we can take your final breath. And when you're ready, we'll see if we can come all the way up, powering through the left leg. You can carefully release the bind. We'll set up triangle pose. Right foot maybe takes a little bit deeper angle. Right arm reaches up, left hand slides down the left leg. Left hand can take shin, foot, floor, or block for triangle pose. You can take the big toe hold as well. Right arm reaches up. We did that T-spine stretch earlier in part 1. See if you can find that similar sensation in the upper and mid back as the right shoulder blade pulls back and down. Feel the chest open, fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. And then our triangle pose brings us trying to transition into half moon pose. So the left hand's going to reach just in front of the left foot. Right leg is about at an angle here. Right arm rises. Where you bring your gaze makes a big difference. Really try to find your balance in half moon pose. Always a tricky one. Then transition into warrior 2 when you can. Bend the left leg. Right foot lightly touches down behind you. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Deep bend into the front left knee. Shoulders relax down and away from the ears. Try to stack your shoulders directly over top of your hips. Breathe in warrior 2 pose, trying to find depth with every exhale. When you're ready, straighten out both legs. Pivot the left foot to face the side of the room. We'll take a forward fold straddle. So wide leg. See if you can lead with the chest as long as you can. When you can't any further, then see if you can round down. We'll spend the first few breaths working the upper body through the legs. So work on this again, this idea of compression. Trying to get the upper body's over time to move through the legs. Breathe. If you like to activate the inner thighs, you can try to pull the feet in and drag them in towards one another. Activating again the adductors, turning them on. You can always stay here in this deep forward fold, especially if it's feeling nice. If you like to take a twist, then we'll carefully release. Left hand is placed flat to the floor or on a block. Inhale, right arm rises to the ceiling for our twist. Try to rotate the chest and the spine. The arm extends straight. Twist, twist, twist. When you're ready to release, right hand comes down. Left hand rises on an inhale. On an exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Twist, twist, and twist. Slowly release, left hand comes down. We'll take a few more breaths in this deep forward fold. So once again, exhale, forward fold so you can get your upper body through the legs. Over time, perhaps the crown begins to approach the floor. And then we'll release by looking up halfway. Pivot on the feet to face the front of the mat, lizard pose. Scoot the left foot a little bit more towards the edge of the mat. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time here moving in lizard pose, back and forth. Hips are swaying, forward, back, left, right. If you'd like to drop down to the right knee right away and find some stillness in your lizard pose, you always can. Otherwise, please feel free to explore. Here at the end, you do want to drop down the forearms. Left knee moves away from you. Perhaps the arch of the left foot begins to peel up. We'll spend a few breaths here in lizard. Always the option to drop, or to rather press the right heel towards the wall behind you, coming off of the right knee. If you want to just stay again and relax in lizard pose, another breath or two. When you're ready, we'll slide the left foot back. We'll come to a forearm plank. Then you can take dolphin pose if you would like. Feet walk up towards the face, butt goes high in the air. You can come up onto your tippy toes. Try to keep the hands and the forearms equal distance apart. Over time, the chest begins to press back through the arms. Dolphin pose, getting the feet as light as possible as they begin to approach the face. See if you can hold your dolphin for a little bit longer. And then here's your options of coming out. As always, right? You have the option to take yourself through a chaturanga here. You have the option to take child's pose, drop down to the knees. Then you return back to down dog when you're ready. If you would like to try a funky crow variation, here it is. Right forearm flat to the floor, left hand on the same line as the right elbow is. Left knee approaches left tricep. Left elbow, maybe right foot rises for forearm Ekapada. Then if you'd like to send it back after that, then you can take yourself through a chaturanga. Whatever you choose, we will eventually return to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, return to down dog. Big inhale, big exhale. Bottom of your breath, bend your knees, look up, step, jump, walk, hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Round up one vertebrae at a time. When you get to standing, we'll stop right there. We'll set up Tadasana mountain pose, balancing work. Again, this time right foot stays, left knee rises. You're going to try to tap the floor with the left fingertip. Reach forward. Come back to standing tall to your initial position. One more time. You're going to lean forward, reach further this time. Tap the left index finger to the floor. Come back to standing tall. Last one. Make this one your farthest reach. Counterbalance with the foot. See if you're going to reach as far as you can. Tap the floor. Come back to standing tall. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Send the left foot back for pyramid pose. It's going to touch down. You can take any bind that you took last time, perhaps. When you're ready, we'll take an inhale, lead with the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Try to keep the back as straight as you can for as long as you can. And then when you get down there, you can tuck and round. Forehead approaches near shin over time. Breathe. Try to release the right hamstring as you breathe here in pyramid pose. Let go, breathe. Take another long inhale and exhale in pyramid pose. And when you're ready, we'll carefully release. We'll come all the way back up to standing. We'll set up triangle pose. Once again, release the bind. See if you can maybe take a little bit harder angle with that back foot. Right hand, right thigh, left arm reaches up. Press your left glute to the wall behind you as you slide the right hand down the leg. Triangle pose. Right hand can take shin, foot, floor, block always. Big toe hold is an option. Left arm reaches up. Again, try to find that T-spine twist that we did in the beginning in the upper back. Often in class, I give the cue a little bit of up dog in the upper back as the chest begins to puff up and left shoulder blade rotates back and down. Triangle pose. Make sure that right foot is pointed absolutely straight. Energy is reaching up through the left fingertips. All right, this is going to set up that tricky balancing posture, half moon pose. Right hand touches down a few inches in front of right foot. Set it up slow. Left hip opens, foot is flexed, left arm reaches up. Where you bring your gaze makes all the difference in the world. Over time, maybe the right fingertips get lighter. See if you're going to hold half moon. Slowly, when you're ready, transition into Warrior 2 pose. Right knee bends, back left foot lightly touches down. Virabhadrasana 2, set it up. You can bend the knees 2, 3, 4 times, set it up, sink into it. Then try to go to your breath. Shoulders melt down and away from the ears. Right knee is bending straight in the same direction the right foot is pointed. Virabhadrasana 2, sink into it, breathe. Take your final breath. We will then transition into our forward fold straddle, so wide legs. Pivot the right foot to face the side of the room. Lead with the chest. Exhale, forward fold once again. So we'll start off again with the forward fold. You can pull the upper body through the legs. Get that nice hamstring stretch initially. And we're going to offer a little bit of a plank twist in just a moment. So again, you can take the twist just like you did last time if you would like. If you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging this time, when you're ready to release from your forward fold, we'll look up halfway. Then this time you can walk the hands out perhaps into a wide leg high plank position. Allow the heels to pivot to the left arm stays, right arm rises to the ceiling. So we're staying in a plank. Your left shoulder is over top of the left hand. Press the floor away. Feel the core engage as you twist. Then release. Right hand comes down. Heels pivot the other direction now to the right. Right hand stays, left arm rises. Press through the floor. Wide leg plank with a twist. Maybe gazing up the fingertips. Press, press, press. And then release. Left hand is eventually going to come all the way back down nice and slow. You can walk the hands all the way back into that wide-legged forward fold. Take again 2 more breaths. Work the upper body through the legs. And after your final breath in your forward fold, once again we'll release by looking up halfway. Then when you're ready, we'll pivot on the feet to face the front of the mat. The right foot is going to scoot to the edge. We'll set up lizard pose once again. Again, I like to start with a bunch of movement. Hips press left, right, shifting forward. The blade edge of the right foot is down the whole time. Maneuver it around. Feel the femur move around in the hip socket. If you like to find some stillness in lizard, again, always the option to settle in and breathe. You can always drop down to the left knee. If you'd like to press the left heel to the wall behind so you're hovering off the knee, that is another option. Again, take your lizard how you normally take your lizard. Remember to breathe. Long, deep inhales and exhales. Can stay in lizard. When you're ready to come out, we'll scoot the feet back once again. It starts off in a forearm plank, and then it brings us into dolphin pose as an option. So forearms flat to the mat. You can walk your feet in as you look down towards your toes. Butt goes high in the air. You can be high in the tippy toes for dolphin pose. You're going to feel the weight leave the feet and move into the shoulders. Definitely a challenging posture. Spend another breath here in dolphin. Try to really, really get upper and lower body closer together. Hold dolphin, and when you're ready, you can release. Again, you have those options, right? You can take your chaturanga, you can take your child's pose. If you like to set up this funky crow, so we took this from last week. We're not adding the twist this week. It's a little bit more straightforward. So the left forearm would be down. The right palm is going to touch down on the same line that the left elbow would be. Right knee to right elbow / tricep. Maybe you lean forward. Now your head can rest on the mat. It can touch down. Maybe if you go forward enough, maybe your back left foot gets light and reaches in the air. Maybe it doesn't. Your head can remain on the ground. It will help support you a little bit. And then when you're ready, come out of that nice and slowly. If you'd like to take the chaturanga option here, you can. The child's pose option here again as well. We will eventually come back to downward facing dog. Take a few big breaths in down dog. At the bottom of your exhale, bend the knees, look up, step, jump, walk, hop, float to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. We will end in Tadasana, mountain pose. Round up one vertebra at a time. Big inhale, arms rise. Big exhale, arms return down by your side. Excellent work, yogis.